Welcome, everyone. Officially welcome. Welcome to this webinar about the deep sleep and how to hack into this whole rhythm of getting into a deep sleep, making it part of our routine. I love this webinar. When I was reviewing it, I'm like, oh yeah, those are things that I need to start practicing again. you know, we need to sometimes practice what we teach. And the last couple of weeks have been really, I'll share with all of you in the recorded world, because that's who I am, that my whole world has shifted completely upside down. A lot of people are going through big shifts in their life. So a lot of us can understand this. So I'm finding the flow even more necessary, more than ever. At least it's something I can control within all of the chaos, right? So even if I can just do the breath work, remember to do the breath work. And I was having some moments where I just stopped and actually just connected with my breath in the way. And I could hear and see the images in my head of the flow sessions that I've been teaching. And it just started to like bubble up inside me. And I went, oh, there you go. Here I am again. Great tools for assisting us. We all know these things, but we need to be reminded. And they're great if you're using these different modalities with your clients as well. So we're going to get into the subject of deep sleep and how to hack into the circadian system, the rhythm, the system. I just felt the temperature change in here. This is me. What? So let's get into this beautiful, beautiful. Since everyone here, I love that. I need one of those, Lisa. Since everyone here is already quite familiar with FlowCode, and we all know about the flow state, what I'm going to do is just get into the information tonight about this then. Does that work for everyone? We're good? If it doesn't work for you, let me know now before I get started. Okay. So we don't really need to go over the flow state, but we do know what the flow state is, right? That place where we are, where everything's we're in the zone, we're in the flow, things are just moving, just with this beautiful rhythm, and we're feeling more creative, we're really outside this part of our head. That inner critic disappears. We're just feeling at one, feeling very present. We know what the flow state is. We want to know how we can use the flow code within this process of acquiring a deep sleep. Why is regeneration so important to us? We're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about this circadian rhythm and explain it some more. We're going to go through some flow triggers, some practical part, and revisit our breath work, because we know that's the foundation for everything. And maybe we'll even talk a little bit about the FlowHub again. We'll see, because here we are, we have all this time together, we're all familiar with each other. Let's use it for some questions and answers and clarity. Okay, so here we go. We know about the beautiful flow state. We know what FlowCode is, this amazing system that maps all of these channels for obtaining the state of flow. It's put everything together into one beautiful place, so it's easy to navigate for us. So if we're all of us here are teachers, coaches, mentors, in one capacity or another, and we're wanting to share this system with others, it's easy for us to just reach into this beautiful, kind of like a basket of tools where everything sits, and we can share it with our clients. We can make up sessions for them. We can give them some work to do. We can, if we're working one-on-one, we can say, this is some work that you need to do around, for example, deep sleep, because that's our subject tonight. So let's focus on that. So, no sleep, no flow. I love this. You need to properly regenerate your body so you can increase your flow experience. Make sense? Absolutely. Because you know what it's like if you don't have the proper sleep. Everything in your body is shifting. So we're going to go through these sleep guidelines so you can increase your flow experience. Because if you're going through the right cycle and you know how to hack into it, and then you're going to have even more powerful flow sessions. Here we go. We're going to talk about hacking the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythms are biological processes linked to the cycles of the day. So you can see this little chart on the right. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Each human has an internal clock, and it resets itself daily when exposed to light. I mean, you can go so many places with this. People live in parts of the world that have more darkness, some have more light. So we need to see how we can hack into this whole system and some tools we can use to make sure that we're staying in a rhythm, regardless of where we live on the planet. Many of our bodily functions vary according to these rhythms, such as our body temperature, our pulse rate, blood pressure, our reaction time and performance, and the production of melatonin, serotonin, and cortisol. It also affects our intestinal activity. So if you're not getting the proper sleep, you're getting broken sleep, you're out of your rhythm, you could be having a lot of digestion issues, things to do with your intestine, bloating, constipation, all kinds of activities. Let me see if I can blow up the slide. There you go, so you can see this a little bit better. Can everyone see that? It might take a second. When you look at this rhythm, we're going to go through this in more detail. What you're going to see is there's an optimal time to be waking up every day between 6:30 and 7. And then you could do like a morning ritual of flow. So you can do that for like a 30-minute ritual. You're going to see, so then you have your whole day go by. That's kind of the light blue area. Then in the evening, there's a time where we're going to do some evening activities to bring us back down. We're going to go through this in more detail. I just want a little bit of an overview. You're going to have an evening snack, some winding down time, where you're going to avoid blue light exposure, like your cell phone and your computer, or if you're reading an e-reader, all that blue light is not helpful for you to start to bring yourself down. Now, there's also evening flow rituals that we're going to go through that you could use. And then have this optimal bedtime between 10:45 and 11:15. Sometimes I'm like, what? That's like really late. Depends where you live in the world too. It really, really depends. We could just kind of alter this just slightly. We're going to talk about the cycle of when you go into a deep sleep and what's happening in between each of those cycles that you have or should be having during your night. So we'll keep continuing here. So we want to hack this rhythm. So there's different ways we're going to do this. We're going to talk about first that light negatively affects the production of melatonin. And we need melatonin because the higher the levels of melatonin, then we're sleeping. We're getting into this deep sleep. Now, melatonin is secreted mostly by the pineal gland during the hours of darkness. And melatonin plays a crucial role in the regulation of your sleep-wake cycle. So you can see from the little chart that when it's night or dark, we produce high levels of melatonin. When the daylight's coming, we have lower levels of melatonin. So imagine how this could play on us too if we're living in places with less light or more light. Serotonin is the precursor, comes before the melatonin. And within the pineal gland, the serotonin is transformed into melatonin. Serotonin actually is the opposite. So it increases in the sunshine and light environments. And melatonin then, of course, we know helps you sleep. Serotonin helps you feel awake. So they work together and they're producing all the time. Now, there's sleep stages and cycles. During a typical adult 7 to 8 hour sleep, the sleeper moves through phases. One full cycle lasts 90 minutes, and this cycle repeats itself 4 to 5 times. So it's important to maximize the amount of the deep sleep by going through at least 3 of these cycles. So I don't know about you, but my cycles have been getting disturbed lately, and that really affects me, my productivity, and the way I am the next day. We want to learn how we can maximize these cycles, because also getting enough sleep reorganizes your memory. It improves your learning capacity. It optimizes your immunity system and regenerates all of your body. It needs to downregulate and get into sleep. Sleep can alternate between two stages: normal sleep and REM sleep. We talk about the wakefulness, where the beta waves, which are infrequent and low frequency beta waves, are predominant when we're awake. And when we're more in that meditative state, when our eyes are closed, we start to synchronize the alpha and theta waves are more dominant, along with increased productions of serotonin. So see how we can control the serotonin by going into a meditative state using a trigger, like a meditation, throughout the day and depending on the cycle, so we can learn how to hack into those cycles. We talk about the 3 different stages that there are, where we're transiting through each stage as we're going into sleep, where we're moving from the theta wave 4 to 8 hertz to the 11, 16 hertz, and then the delta waves. So what happens in each of those stages within each of these What happens in each of these stages within the stage is we're going from the wakefulness to sleep. Normally this is about 10 minutes. Some people have a harder time getting into that restful period where they're going to go to sleep. Why? Well, all kinds of things. You haven't hacked into the down regulating. You're looking at your phone just before you're going to sleep. Your mind's still going. So that's why we want to learn these new habits. We can even teach them to our clients. In the second stage, our brain is still more active, and it's a period of like light sleep still, and your breath is quiet, and this can last optimally between 20 to 30 minutes. And then we move into that third stage, that deep sleep where the muscles start to relax, your body temperature is changing, your pulse and your blood pressure are decreasing. The production of your human growth hormones begins, and the regenerative mechanisms of the body are activated during this third stage. So really important. And you see that last 30 to 40 minutes. In your REM sleep, the alpha and the delta waves, the brain is awake, but the body is asleep. Your eyes are moving under the eyelids, and dreaming is at its peak at this time. And this is also really important for the regenerating of the nerve cells. And the typical adult has an average of 4 to 5 REM cycles or stages every night that last between 10 to 30 minutes. I find it very interesting. So here again is that nice rhythm of going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, so we can increase the quality of sleep and decrease our health risks. We cannot downplay the importance of proper sleep. And getting into a rhythm and getting into a routine of how we are getting ready for bed, how we're waking up, and what we're doing in those times leading up to bedtime are very, very important. So here's some guidelines for improving your sleep. Darkening your room or dim the lights. Pay attention to your bed and the materials that you use. I notice this a lot when I travel because I can't control this element, but I notice how it affects my sleep. Eliminate as much as you can the electromagnetic pollution. What is that? Don't turn off your router, turn off your phone, turn off your computer. Don't have your computer and your phone in your room. Like, I turn off my router at night. If I have to have my phone on, turn on flight mode. I generally just don't like to have it in my room. If you can, during the day, some point, walk around barefoot. Or if you got grounding shoes, use your grounding shoes. No rubber soles. Pay attention to your air quality. Ventilate your room during the day and at night. You can also use houseplants to purify your air, adjust your humidity. I use my diffuser and have essential oils because I know they help me. They're part of my routine. Like, I'll put lavender in the diffuser, or if I'm having a hard time, like a bit congested, I'll put some more mint essential oils in there. They just help open up my passageway so I'm breathing and not getting congested when snoring, because that happens. I heard that from the people I'm staying with right now. Must not getting good sleep. Adjust your temperature because your body is adjusting the temperature when you go into that deeper sleep. So make sure your room is at a good temperature. Avoid caffeine and alcohol late at night. Maintain adequate hydration. So it says here, drink about 90 minutes before sleep, just a little bit of water, just so you can stay hydrated. Avoiding any exercise 2 hours before bedtime. And you can do things like we have in the FlowCode, practicing cold exposure like a cold shower to bring your temperature down. If you're already a FlowCode coach or you have access to the FlowCode, when you go in deep, there are some triggers with cold showers that are amazing. And finally, the flow sleep ritual. Empty your mind of worries and use your sleep alpha state to practice flow mindset rituals. A great thing to do is about a 10-minute ritual before bed. And then you can even put on a meditation. They're fabulous, already set out in the FlowHub. Power naps for increased flow. So for years and years and years, I haven't taken naps. I have not taken naps. And what happened when I was preparing for this webinar and reading this, I'm like, really? Taking a nap? I was just like powered through the day. So there's a really efficient way to taking a nap. So you make sure that you're not going deeper than stage 2 of sleep. So your nap should never last longer than 20 minutes or they'll lead to grogginess. The best time of the day to take a nap is about 6 to 8 hours after you woke up. So if we're waking up at 6:30, that'd be 12:30 or 2:30. Between 12:30 and 2:30 taking a nap. I know some beautiful European countries build this into the routine. When I lived in Germany for years, we'd all have lunch and then we go have a little bit of a nap, just a short little power nap, and then go on to the rest of the day. Naps improve your memory and they reverse the performance deteriorating effects caused by sensory overload. You should have naps in high school. I swear, naps in work. Great. We need flow in those places. Here is a recipe for an efficient nap. Cover your eyes with the sleeping mask that filters out distracting light. If you're in a noisy environment, use earplugs or experiment with headphones playing white noise. Breathe deeply and calmly. How do you like that recipe for a power nap? So all of you now have my permission to take power naps every day. And you can tell your bosses too. I said so. Do we have any questions so far? Does anyone want me to stop? Do you have questions? Anything you want to bring up? Who do we have here? Is that Gina? Come on. Hello. When I turn the screen off so I don't see anyone else. I come back and I can see people. Does anyone have any questions right now before we go on about deep sleep and the cycles of sleep? Okay, tell me. You're good. Thumbs up. Anyone? You're good? Okay. We talked about this last week if you were on the call. Some of you were on the call. We talked about the breathing frequency and flow. Most of us are having too many breaths per minute. We're doing shallow breathing. 80% of the planet is actually breathing wrong. 80% of the planet is actually breathing too often, causing themselves to be in that zone between the 10 to 18 breaths a minute, which puts your body at an increased risk for disease. It's causing more stress hormones. It can cause you to be anxious, cause you to be restless, cause you to be depressed. Imagine if we just taught breathing, how we could shift people and their health. Powerful. We talk a bit about the FlowHub 7 and learning how to breathe right. Does anyone want to take a breath break? Do we want to do a breath break together? Because we've done this before. I think, okay, let's do it. So we already know the correct procedure of sitting up straight and keeping our chin parallel with the floor, putting your shoulders back a bit. We know that we're going to do the pursed lip breathing. So we're going to be breathing in through our nose. We're going to exhale through pursed lips. And what I'm gonna do is, everyone knows this, right? Does anyone not know this? And I need to review how we do the breath work. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the cues. I'm gonna play a recording. No deep sleep stuff. I don't want any of you to sleep. So let me feel into which one we want. Let's do the dolphin breath today. I don't know if everyone's done the dolphin breath. Let's do the dolphin breath. Gina, you're looking so beautiful with that light all around you, love. Well, you always look beautiful. Just saying, I just caught a glimpse of your light shining through. Okay, where are you? Dolphin breaths. So let's do some dolphin breaths. Dolphin breaths are slightly different if you haven't done them with me before. What we do is we're going to do a great big inhale and fill up those lungs, expand the diaphragm, and let your stomach just go out. Hold that breath. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. And then you're going to exhale all that air out through pursed lips slowly, and just some regular breathing. So we're going to do the full 3 minutes on this, okay? We'll do it together. It's so much more powerful. Everyone can see my screen with the dolphin breath? I always like to check. So here we go. Breathe together. Ready? And inhale. Nirvana. Making sure you pushed out all that old air, nice and relaxed, and in place. The next breath is going to hold a little bit longer. And hopefully it doesn't keep freezing. That's the worst time to freeze, is during dolphin breaths. Relaxing. And I just put my hand on my heart, because that's my hardest spot. Nirvana. I'm gonna exhale because I'm sorry. What the heck? I'm sorry I disrupted your flow. Let's try one more time. Now, good thing laughter is a good thing for being in the flow. Ready? And I will even move past our mindset to the freezing of the screen. Nirvana. whole feeling of being present, being Tukey, feeling that beautiful energy through your body actually completely shifted my body temperature. See, hi now, I see someone else is here. Welcome. Just writing down, I don't think we've met before. So that was just a little example of some breath work. We're going to go back to the slideshow. Using breath work is a great way to downregulate part of your routine. You know, as you're turning off all the electronics, as you're getting ready for bed, just looking up into the FlowHub 7, you have access to all of these. You also have access to different meditations. You could even do a 10-minute flow trigger like balance or a stretch before bed. Whatever feels right for you and your routine. It could be a long day. Doing a stretch and then a meditation would be a nice way to downregulate and get yourself ready for that deep sleep cycle. Just more examples of all these breath work we're going to work through. So if you've heard me talk about this before, you've heard me talk about the FlowHub 7 and how you can access it from your phone or mobile device, something to help support you during flow sessions. If you're not going to any flow sessions yet, I invite you to join my flow sessions. They're starting September 1st. I have 5 sessions a week. So these are sessions that you can join, and you can buy a pass for the month for 10 sessions, or you can pay for 1 session at a time, whatever suits your needs. You can send me an email to flowwithleona@gmail.com. If my times don't fit, we have other coaches that are already teaching sessions. I know Lisa is going to be teaching some sessions very quickly. Aren't you, Lisa? Yes, and she's on the west coast of America, so maybe that might fit your. And we got Gina, she's being trained. Tally's being trained. Merritt, she's thinking about. Diana, we don't know. Are you Diana? Nia, I don't know. I'm going to stop sharing just for a moment and go into the FlowHub 7 and show you. Oh, I can't, won't let me. Just wait. Check out of this and just show you the screen for the FlowHub 7 again, because sometimes people don't get to see it. Now, this is what the screen looks like if you go there. If you haven't been there to the FlowHub 7, you can go here. You might have seen it already where you signed up for the free live webinars. It's also where you can sign up for courses, where you can sign up for the coaching programs. It's also the place where you can get FlowHub 7 for free. Look at it, lights up when I touch it. That's pretty cool. This is new. I didn't do that. Someone else. I'm not that talented. Look at you. Yes, yes. Oh. Yay! So you could do the free trial for 7 days, or you can use my promo code, the discount code Leona Wallace, and you get 10% off. If you decide you love it and you want to continue on with it, the same goes for the coaching courses as well. Just so everyone knows that we are expanding. We just had another big meeting today. We're having mentoring that's going to be offered through FlowCode. We're going to have business strategy sessions offered through FlowCode. There's myself and 2 other coaches that are going to be assisting with this. So if you decide you want to work with me, I'm all here. I'm all yours, and I would love to help you out on your journey. So if you didn't get that FlowCode promo code, it's Leona Wallace. Easy. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Now, my pleasure. Oh, I'm looking. Okay. Hello, Nia from India. You ready for the flow course? Starting your lessons. Awesome. I'm just reading now. The 35 seconds is too long. I'm just reading it now, Diana. I agree. I can barely. And do you know what happens though? That example is the master level. So there's a basic level that you can start up and work your way up to it. And I thought I'd never, I mean, I didn't do that great today. So we have days that we're off too. It's all good. So I normally at the end of the presentation show a little short video about becoming a FlowCode coach. If no one is interested in that at this point, I am here right now if you want to ask me any questions for clarity. Because I don't think I'm going to show the video tonight because I think everyone here has seen it. So does anyone have any questions about anything to do with FlowCode sessions, the coaching? Now's your time, because if I look, we have time. Ask me. I'm here. Like, Diana. I'm waiting for you. Diana.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm actually having quite a bad connection. I'm in the middle of area in Romania called Dracula land. So I have to be careful that my teeth are not growing. So I'm sorry, I'm having a really funky connection. So it's quite wobbly for the past 2 weeks. It's my third attempt to join one of your evenings. I made it today, and it's really great. I already signed up for the Flow app some time ago. Yeah, yes. I like it quite a lot, but I didn't get to actually start my business on it yet.
Did you sign up for the certification? Like, are you a certified FlowCode coach or?
No, I'm only Nirvana Fitness certified, not yet FlowCoach. Due to all this COVID-19 situation, I had a little bit of a problem with my budgets and stuff. So I hope yeah, that's life. What can we do?
Yeah.
But regarding sleep, I just met a few people through my trip now on the last 2 days, and everybody's complaining about sleep. Sleep. So definitely using the flow triggers and combining what you said, essential oils, and the routine and a certain way of preparing for sleep will definitely be something really for the very near future. People are struggling with sleeping patterns, with lots of issues at the moment. So I really believe that we can help them out with this, and I'm thankful that you are here to guide us a little bit, and you have more experience on the Flow Coach, or as I call it, the FlowCoach.
The FlowCoach.
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely, it's definitely something for the very near future for a lot of us, and I hope we'll be keeping in touch and being able to help people with this. It's really important.
Yes,
so thank you.
And you know, if you ever want to try one of my flow sessions, let me know. Send me an email. And those who haven't tried it yet, I invite you to come try it like 1 or 2 times for free the first time. For anyone who wants to, anyone on here who hasn't tried it, because it's nice to see how someone else is putting this together. It's always nice to experience that. And then you can use the FlowHub to support you on your journey. And what I suggest to people is this: within my own private coaching business, outside of this, I teach about self-love and self-care. And routine is one of the Routine is one of the number one things that people will let go during times of uncertainty, change, chaos, and look what's going on, right? So routine, even if it's a 10-minute routine at night, a 5-minute routine in the morning, it's going to shift you too. And I have to be reminded of these things as well, especially my life has been upheaved in the last 2 weeks. And when I break away from that little bit of routine, my journaling, my self-reflection work, my self-care work, the breath work, I don't function as well. I don't sleep as well. I don't eat as well. I don't think as well. I'm not as productive. It affects everything. So even if you're a Nirvana coach, there's routine that you can give them within their Nirvana work, right? Even talking about the breath work, because that's the foundation for everything. FlowCode was birthed out of Nirvana. Merritt, you're a Flow Nirvana coach as well. Neha, I don't know if you are Nirvana. Oh, you signed up for Cyber. I love my messages. Now I get to read them. Okay, you registered for the Flow Coach. Okay, here's the thing I wanted to let everyone know too. You are absolutely more than welcome when you sign up with Flow with anyone to ask to mentor with me or have your certification call with me as well. Doesn't matter who you sign up with. If you say, I'd like to have my certification call with Leona, we can do it. Just FYI for everyone. We're trying to, right now everything's growing so fast, we're trying to like split everything up a bit so everything's not just on a few people, we're just growing, so I'm helping with that. So if you're coming to these webinars and you're resonating and you're liking my energy and you're like, yeah, that would be cool, I'd like to have my call with Leona, just let whoever know, whoever signed you up, I can't speak English today, whoever signed you up, let them know, okay? One big family of breath work, one big happy family, that unity, the coming together, that's what all this is about. And we are all learning this so we can teach others on the planet. It really is a global mission. And so to all of you, I am so happy and thrilled and honored that you're on this journey with me. So if does anyone else have any questions or anything they like to share? I can change my screen so I can see you guys. Welcome. Oh, we get to see you now, Nan. Look at that beautiful, look at these. We're just a room full of goddesses tonight. This is so amazing, all around the world, all around the world. Yes. I get all emotional. Don't worry about me. I'm like the heart. I'll cry, laugh. That's me. I'm feeling all of you. Yay! Imagine, this is what we need to hold together. Imagine next year we can all come together in person and have a beautiful experience where we're sharing breath, we're sharing love, we're sharing hugs, we're sharing this joy that we've been sharing with others around the world. Hold that vision, okay? Let's hold it together, because that's what I'm holding. And yes, Dana, I'm always like this. You can ask Lisa or Lori or Gina and tell you they know me. And if you want to learn more about my work that I do on the other side of the world, you can go to awakenthebeauty.com. That's my whole self-love goddess. Actually, hold on 2 seconds. I know what I'm going to do. This will be fun. Since we're still here and I'm having one of those goddess moments, just feeling into this energy, I'm going to share it with you. Because when you see it up on screen, it's that whole energy. And Merritt, I don't know if you've seen my goddess work before. There I am. That's me, sharing the love, goddess of love. And we all are that. Can't wait. Can't wait to see all of you in person. If you have any questions, I think you all have my email. It's flowwithleona@gmail.com. I am here to be of service to you on this journey. I love all of you. Have the most brilliant day or rest of the day, evening. Big hugs. Big hugs.
Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Oh, you're all amazing.